Today. My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by and checking out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make Sous Vide Lobster Pasta in a lemon cream sauce. Now this is my son Kyle's favorite recipe. I did a Sous Vide Lobster Tail video in the past, and I just showed you how to, make the Sous Vide Lobster Tails. I'll leave a link below if you want to go check it out, but I'm going to be going over the same thing here. And you can serve these, just as a lobster tail next to a steak or whatever, however you want to do it. And by cooking it sous vide, you guarantee that you're going to cook it properly, because lobster tails are expensive. The only reason I picked these up is because they were on sale, because it's around the holidays. And these are 4-ounce pieces of lobster tails, so I got a pound here. They were $8.99 a piece, so it is a little expensive, but it's a special treat that we really don't do all the time. So I'm going to sous vide the lobster tails, and then we're going to serve it on some penne pasta and with this homemade lemon butter cream sauce. And like I said, it's my son's Kyle's favorite thing that I think I've ever made on my YouTube channel. And it's not that hard, especially if you got a sous vide machine, because you can cook these lobster tails perfectly. So stick around, guys. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, so the first thing we want to do is to prepare these lobster tails. Now if you buy them, this is usually how they are. The meat's on the inside and you have the tail here, okay? For presentation purposes, if you were going to serve this next to a steak, like a surf and turf, you want to still keep the tail itself, the hard part, as part of the presentation and put the meat on top. Now I could just pull the meat out and throw it in the sous vide bag and cook it that way, but I'm just going to show you for presentation's sake. So you need some kind of kitchen shears or a very strong pair of scissors. And we start up at the front here, and we're just going to cut along the shell here, directly down the center, until we get close to the tail, but we're not going to go all the way to the tail, just kind of right before. We're going to kind of separate, or try to, pull this shell apart with our thumbs, kind of get it in there. You'll hear a crack, like so, and try and make sure that the meat doesn't stick. Oh, little piece of shell cracked, which is okay. It's just for serving purposes. Okay, there you go. You can see the meat. Now we're going to kind of reach underneath there and try to pull up that meat from the bottom of the shell, like so. We'll put the shell kind of back together and we'll place it on top. This was a lot smaller than the other one. Let me continue to do this, guys. I'll be back in a second, show you how it looks like when it's all done. Cut like this. Gently crack open the shell with your thumbs, while trying to also remove the meat with your finger. It's not very sounding. It doesn't sound very good when you do this, because you're going to hear the cracking of the shells. But so this way, when you cook it in a sous vide bag and you present it, you can put it on a plate with the shell. It just looks a little bit more presentable and more appetizing when you do it that way. All right, one more to go, guys. I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, now I'm just going to use regular Ziploc freezer bags, mainly because you really can't vacuum seal this. Parts of the shells are very sharp and can puncture the bag. So one thing that I do to prevent that from happening, and I'm going to use 2 bags here, I don't want to crowd these things. I'm going to take these lemon slices, and I'm going to put a couple on the bottom, like so. And what this is going to do now is this is going to help now when I carefully pick up a lobster tail and I stick it in here. I'm going to try to put those sharp parts of the shell to rest on the lemons. So the lemons are kind of like a little barrier. And you can see I put a little salt and pepper on these, like so. And then we'll put a butter slab, couple butter pads on top. And this is a great way to cook lobster tail, guys. If you've always been intimidated by cooking lobster because it's so expensive and you don't, you know, obviously when you overcook it, you run the risk of making it get kind of tough and rubbery. So I'm going to close it just down to the edge a little bit. Let me get the other one in, these other two in the bag. We'll be back in a second, guys. All right, guys, there they are. I closed the bag. Left like an inch open so I could squeeze the air out. These are very light, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge to keep them fully submerged under the water. So I'm going to heat up my sous vide bath to 140, and we'll be back to throw them in the bath in just a second. Alright guys, the sous vide bath hit 140 degrees. Now this is going to be the interesting part here. Hopefully these shells will be, I can't remember when I did it last if I had issues with this. But we do kind of the air displacement. We put the bag in the water, we push down, and then you kind of squeeze any remaining air out. Yeah, see, I thought this might be a little bit of an issue. But tell you what, let me seal it off. That's why sometimes you need to have something to kind of hold everything down. Alright guys, I got creative. I had to use this rack to kind of force it down and then put the tongs in there to kind of keep everything down. Everything is under the water line. It took me a few minutes to get this all situated. So I'm going to start here, 40 minutes on the timer. There we go. We'll be back in 40 minutes, guys. All right, guys, I had to get a little creative here. I put them both on one side, clamped them down. I got a rack here from one of my barbecue racks. I put the tongs right in there. That's kind of pushing everything down, as you can see. Everything's under the water line, which is my main concern. Yep. 45 minutes. We'll be back. All right, guys, since we have a little bit of time before those lobster tails are done, time for a beverage. I'm having another Shiner beer, Shiner Cosmos, 5% alcohol. And they got a picture here of Cosmos Spatzel, which is the name of the brewery. So he must be the guy that founded it. So I don't know what this is all about, but obviously this is kind of brewed in his honor. And this is my son, Kyle.
Hello.
And he's trying something different here. Let's see, what is this one called? This is called Rocket Fizz Honeydew. Someone's sitting on a rocket. I don't know anything about it, but it looks like a honeydew melon. So that's what Kyle's having.
Rocket Fizz was the one that did that bubblegum soda, if you remember, a long time ago.
What bubblegum?
Okay, never mind.
I don't remember. You've done so many soda reviews, so there's yours. Here's mine. So these are from Shiner, Texas. I bought a 12-pack that had 12 individual beers, so that's why I'm doing a lot of these. So far, I've been happy with them. So I don't know what this is, but this is probably more of a German-style beer, I would imagine, if it's in tribute to this guy, who I think is from Germany. How's it smell?
It smells interesting.
Alright guys, as always, I appreciate you stopping by. Cheers. Cheers to our viewers. Alright, this is probably the strongest one I've tried from them. Definitely kind of more malty than hoppy. It's good. I like it. It's definitely carbonated. It's kind of light, but it's got a very good flavor. I'm gonna enjoy this one. All right, Kyle, you always try to drink that whole thing down. You must like it.
Oh no, I haven't. There's still half the bottle here.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah, I drank all this. To me, it doesn't really taste like honeydew. I mean, maybe. It kind of tastes to me more like lime.
Oh.
But it's got that kind of taste to it, like, if you've watched previous videos, I've done like I did like a barf soda and stuff, and it didn't taste like barf, it tasted like whatever. But it's got that same sort of like it has the same sort of like aftertaste, kind of, like this.
So is it something you'd have
Very
again,
light.
or would you prefer just something regular like a Mountain Dew? Or cola or root beer or something?
I mean, it depends, because it's not very sweet. It's more like,
well then I probably like
it doesn't focus, well, there's still a lot of sugar, but
I'm sure.
It doesn't focus on being sweet as much as it focuses on like the flavor of it, kind of.
Alright. Well, there we go. Alright guys, we'll just wait a little bit longer. I think we got around a half hour before those lobster tails are done. I'm just going to cool them off real quick, and you can keep them in the fridge until you're ready to, serve them. In our case, we're not going to be serving them right away. We're going to be cutting them up into pieces and putting it in this delicious pasta dish that Kyle loves.
It's good.
It's his favorite. Alright guys, we'll be back in a little bit. Cheers, Kyle. We'll see you in a little bit.
See you then.
Alright guys, it's been 45 minutes. So now I'm going to turn this off. I got a bucket of cold water. I'm going to add a little bit of ice. And we're not going to eat this for a little bit, so my main purpose here is just to cool this down, stop the cooking process, and that's it. So, normally I throw this whole thing in the fridge, but since it's around 20 degrees outside, I'm just going to put this bucket of ice water and these lobster tails in my garage, my second fridge this time of year. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but you can tell the shells have turned red. Yeah, perfect. So we're just going to cool these off, like so. I'm going to go throw this in the garage. I'll put this away, and we'll be back a little later when it's time to prepare the pasta, the penne pasta, and this lemon cream sauce. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, we're about ready to put this dish together. I just took this out of the garage. It's nice and cold. Just wanted you to take a look at it before I take it out. Man, alright guys, here they are out of the bag. You can tell the tails turned more red. The meat is perfectly cooked, nice and chilled. So this is how you would present it if you were going to have it as a, side thing to a surf and turf with a steak or prime rib or what have you. I'm going to remove the tails because we're going to slice this up and we're going to serve it in this pasta. So yeah, I'll get busy doing that, and I'll show you how to put this sauce together in just a second. Alright, so I cut up the 4 tails. I'm kind of keeping them separate so we each get an equal amount. This one is for Ava Grace. We're going to dice it up a little smaller. Well, yeah, there we go. Let's get busy putting this sauce together. Alright, so now we're making this lemon cream sauce, as Monica has called it. This is her own recipe that she invented.
I'm going to put a half a stick of butter in there to start off.
Alright, half a stick of butter.
Well, everyone seems to love this sauce.
Oh yeah, Kyle loves it. You've made it a few times. So you're basically going to start off with a roux, right?
Well, yeah, but first I want to put a little garlic in there. But you don't want to do it too long because then the garlic will stick and cake on the bottom.
You got to wait till the butter's melted.
I'm going to melt the butter, and then once I do, I'll add a little bit of garlic.
Alright, we'll be back once this butter is melted. Alright, butter is simmering a little bit. Ooh, we might have to turn it down.
I just turned it to 2.
Okay. A little bit of minced garlic in there.
I'm going to put a few cloves. If you like more garlic, you can add more, but that's about right.
Alright.
Okay, so now we're just going to let it do its thing just for, I don't know, a couple minutes. Just kind of let it turn that butter into garlicky goodness. Garlic butter.
That's good.
Okay, so now we're going to add in, just slowly, I've got 2 tablespoons of flour to make a roux. And I'm going to just kind of whisk it until it all blends in real good and it's not clumpy. And then I'll just add the rest. You can just kind of
Yeah, there you go.
A little bit slow. And now it's better to add a little too little than a little too much. You can always add cornstarch and cold water later if you need to thicken it or make more. But yeah, you don't want to put too much flour, so I just do about 2 tablespoons. And that's okay. We're going to throw a sprig of rosemary in there just to get that. Look at that.
There we go.
That's going to be delicious.
Whoa, see, this is the start of a good sauce. All right.
Okay, let that go for a minute and we'll be right back. All right, now we're going to add in 2 cups of heavy cream.
Oh, heavy cream.
Now I don't like to, if you want more sauce like we do, I'm going to add in 1 cup of milk. We use 2%, but I only do that because I don't want it to be too rich and a heart attack waiting to happen. But this will still be delicious. So then you just want to kind of...
Let it come to a simmer and kind of reduce down a little bit?
Yep, exactly. Let it come to a boil and then reduce it down and let it cook for, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes.
All right,
And it'll thicken up.
Man. We'll be back in a minute.
All right, so we're going to add a little bit, a pinch of salt.
How long has it been simmering here?
About 7 or 8 minutes.
Okay.
And a little bit of pepper. Keep in mind, I use salted butter, so I don't put too much extra salt in there. But if you use unsalted, you'll just have to do it by taste. So there's a little bit of salt and pepper.
Season to taste, you know?
Yep, exactly.
I agree. Always start with a smaller amount because you can always add more, but you can't take it out.
That's right. Now what I am going to do is take the rosemary out now, I think. I'm just going to get this little sprig out.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
All right.
So now we got this nice creamy sauce going. Look at that.
It's getting thick.
Okay. So we're going to add in the Parmesan cheese now. I grated 8 ounces of fresh Parmesan.
Ooh.
And now if you do Parmesan Reggiano, which is the really good stuff, you want to save the base of it because that goes really good in pasta sauces when you're simmering. It adds so much flavor. But yeah, I'm going to slowly add in that Parmesan that I grated. But like I grated about an 8 ounce block. I don't know if I'm going to add the whole thing or not. I just kind of do it by eye. But
yeah, so it gets
I don't want it to be too rich.
That right consistency, right?
Well, it's the right consistency. It's just you don't want it to be too rich. So we'll just kind of let it simmer for another minute, and then we'll add the lemon last.
Oh, the lemon's the last step, huh?
And the lemon juice is last. Let's add a little bit more Parmesan.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I love that fresh grated Parmesan.
Smell that.
Yeah. This isn't your Kraft Parmesan cheese.
No.
Going on here.
I think it was Belgioso, but
Yeah.
you can get any brand. It doesn't have to be.
All right, we'll keep adding small amounts of the Parmesan till we get this to the right consistency. We'll be back.
Oh, I smell that rosemary. It smells so
Yeah,
good.
It smells very good.
Look at that. Okay, the last part is I have it on a very, very low simmer. I'm just going to add the juice from 1 lemon. We have a large lemon, so you can do 2 small, 1 large. Once again, do it to taste.
Give it a sample, stir it around.
And if you really like the lemon taste, another thing you can do is you can throw the one of the peels in, like let the zest, or you can put zest in it too, but you can just squeeze it and then throw it in. Okay. This is half a lemon right here. I'm just gonna stir it and kind of mix it before I add the other half. But that's it, pretty much. You're gonna just simmer it and...
There we go, guys. Look at how thickened that is. So let it simmer for a few more minutes. Taste it. Add a little more lemon if you think it's necessary.
Yep.
This is going to go on top of our penne pasta with those lobster pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
It's gonna be good.
Kyle's favorite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The kids begged me to make this sauce.
Another lemon.
Well, no, this is the other half. I just did the first half,
All
stirred
right.
it, and now I'm adding the second half.
We'll be back in a second, guys.
This is the end of the second half.
Pretty much all together.
All right. There we go. Done.
All right, guys, we have some penne pasta. Monica's going to apply the chopped up lobster tail. Ooh, on each one. Yeah, there we go.
That.
We got some fresh grated Parmesan cheese, some parsley. Well, of course, we got to put that delicious lemon butter sauce on before we do anything else.
Okay, there we go.
All right, let's get that butter sauce.
Got it.
All right, here we go, guys. This delicious butter cream sauce, man. Lemon.
It's like garlic and
cream
rosemary.
sauce.
I don't even know what it's called. It's just really good.
Yeah. Monica kind of invented this
I like that mixture.
several years ago, and man.
Your mom used to love it.
Yeah, we've put it on pasta. We used it with lobster in this case, also with shrimp.
Salmon.
Salmon, yeah. It's a great sauce
Chicken. We've done
recipe.
chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's rich. It's kind of like Alfredo on steroids.
Well, this is why I use like almost half milk, because I know it's going to be rich, and I don't want
Yeah.
my family to have heart attacks. I'm already creating one right here.
All right.
All right.
And then last but not least,
So then
right?
we'll just, I like to go like this. I like
some
to go.
fresh Parmesan just on top.
See that?
Obviously, for presentation's sake, having that fresh grated cheese on top looks good. And then, of course, you need a little color.
So you're going to go like this.
You got to put a little parsley on top.
There you go.
Look at that, guys. Wow.
There it is.
All right. We'll be back to give this a sample in just a second. All right. Welcome back, guys. I'm here with my wife, Monica, my son, Kyle.
Hello.
All right, Kyle.
This looks good.
Me and Monica are going to share on this plate right here. We're going to
Okay.
grab a piece of lobster and some of that pasta. Of course, make sure you have some of that lemon cream sauce
Can't
on
forget
there.
that. All right. Cheers.
All right, cheers. No, I love this sauce that you've created.
Well,
man.
thank you.
And the lobster.
Thank you.
Wow. Melts in your mouth.
It is good.
Cooking it sous vide. Perfect, guys. And you can eat it by
is
itself.
good.
Dip it in
That
some
lobster's-
butter. But hey, adding it to pasta with this sauce, wow.
That lobster is really fresh.
Go ahead, try some more.
Well, I don't want to eat all yours.
No. And guys, even if you just want to get the lobster tails and serve it on their own, cook it sous vide, just like I did, 140 for around 40-45 minutes. Perfect.
That is good. The whole combination.
Come on.
I don't want to eat all your food.
Yeah, it's not my food, it's our food.
Oh. Well, in that case.
Nah.
What do you think,
Just
Kyle?
eat it all.
Tell them
This
what you
is-
think.
This is very good. Yeah, I'm excited because I've been asking Mom to make this since last time we made it, which is on video, which is with Farmore.
It's been a while.
It's been
It's been a few years.
that's probably what 19.
Okay, wait. In all honesty, he's asked us to make this combination with the lobster. It
Yeah.
has been that long, but I have made that lemon cream sauce several times with other
with
things.
shrimp, we had it with
since then.
shrimp, but we had it with
But
chicken
Dad's
too.
the one that specializes in the lobster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
But we
made
got it on sale. So.
you made lemon cream sauce since then, and Dad's
Yeah.
made lobster since
Right.
then.
So this is delicious.
Yeah,
We
this
don't usually
is
get to eat this.
No, not usually.
this is very good. The sauce is good. The lobster's good. Definitely worth trying if you haven't tried it. And yeah, you weren't kidding when you said this is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Now,
that's-
Kyle, I want your opinion on something, or your honest opinion. You remember, like a week ago, I made my Alfredo sauce. I used all heavy cream. This, I used part heavy cream, part milk, so it wouldn't be as rich. Do you notice the difference? Like,
Yes.
as far as, is it easier to...
I do. This is probably the most unhealthy way I could like sauce, but I think that I really like in a case like this, like heavy sauce. And then also, you can vouch for me here, but I always say it's not lemony enough. Like I just love a strong lemon flavor
There you
in these,
go.
and not
You
where
can
it's just
always,
like a hint.
Squeeze a slice of lemon on
So
top.
this wasn't too, like, heavy cream? This was, like, a perfect balance?
I would always say you can add more lemon, but besides that, this is very good.
Awesome.
Alright guys, there you go. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. The logo on my shirt here is the logo on the bottom of the screen. Click that. It allows you to subscribe to my channel. Please do that. It helps my channel grow.
Yes.
And I'll leave a link above and below to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com. Please go check it out. I got all my videos, photos, recipes, the whole bit there. All right, come on, one more.
All right. I don't like to eat the whole thing on video.
Yeah, well, so good. I just want people to know that we're not just faking it here.
No, it is good.
At least if you don't have the lobster, try that lemon cream sauce.
That for sure, yes.
With chicken, with shrimp.
You know what else
Yeah.
is you can eat
Even
that.
on pasta.
You can eat that cream sauce like leftovers cold. You can put it cold on something. I mean, it tastes just as good cold as it does warm. Just a whole different flavor profile.
All right, guys.
So, but it does. Leftovers of this are good.
Again, guys, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Please like the video.
Please.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Look at
A boomerang.
that.